Who knows what inspired action is? Nah? All right, let me define it real quick. An idea, you have an idea, and you just take action on it. You don't question it, because how many people have had $1 million ideas and you just slept on it? Inspired action is when you get an idea and you just move. And so one day I was talking to Carlos, and I'm like, man, you're gonna be here. We might as well keep a meetup. Let's just keep a meetup to Friday. He's like, let's do it. And that's it. Inspired action, quick, done. And now we got people sitting in the backyard. First of all, we tried to find a venue, but we couldn't find something that would hold us. But we were so determined that this was gonna happen. I'm like, screw it. Let's just have it in the backyard. Right? So when you have these obstacles that come up, you figure out a way to get it done anyway. Who wants to walk away with enough knowledge to make an extra $10,000 a month? Guys, we're all looking for something different, but still very similar. And it all comes down to, why do we want these things? Why? Why do we want the $1 million deal? Why do we want to be inspired? Inspired to do what? Here's the thing that I realized with talking to people about real estate, wholesaling. Everyone wants to chase the bag, but it's not really tied to a purpose. Who really believes that what they're doing right now, they feel very purposeful in? Because if I asked people right now, what's your why? It's probably one of the most infamous questions that's asked. Any mentorship you join, anything you go to, they always start with, what's your why? What's your why? And honestly, I think it's such a difficult question to answer because it's so cliche. Here's some of the definitions that I heard. When I heard these definitions about why, it really, really helped me to have a better understanding and gear my why towards something very purposeful. There are 3 types of whys, and we could see what bucket we all fall into with these 3 types of whys. So the first why is the me why, is the need why. You need to do what you need to do. It's almost like needing to eat, right? You need a job, you need to provide for your family, and so I need to make this happen right now. And so that's the first definition. You need to do it simply because there's no other choice. When you're hungry, you need to eat, right? And so you get the food. But what happens when you get filled? You don't eat anymore. And so a lot of people in their 9-to-5 jobs, their stomachs are filled. And so being able to leave generational wealth and do more is very hard for them to get up and make that phone call, to make that cold call. It's difficult because their stomachs are filled. For some of us, we have businesses where our stomachs are filled and that need to do more just isn't there because your need why has already been fulfilled. Then you have a me why. And your me why is things you do for yourself. You go to the gym, you want to feel good, right? You're an athlete, there's some ego in there, and it's like, man, I did this. And so you put your chest up, but what ends up happening when you hit your goal weight is you hit that too. You get there. You get to that goal. You get to that place. And once you start getting to that place, you start realizing, well, man, what is my purpose? I did this. What else do I do? And that's your me why. The third why is your we why. It's also the most difficult why to figure out because it's something bigger than yourself. Here's the thing. When you're doing something for people that's beyond yourself, and this doesn't necessarily mean only your family. Because when you fulfill and you get to that goal of $20,000 a month and you could travel and your family is doing okay, you go right back to that need why. But when your we why is bigger, when you want to help people beyond yourself, when you want to provide affordable housing, you want to know what an alarm clock without an alarm clock really is? It's your we why. It wakes you up. it motivates you. There's that internal this that just makes you want to keep going because people are depending on you. And so I want to encourage everyone in here. I don't know what level of why or where you fit into your why, but I want to encourage everyone to figure out your why, because it's the only why that's going to make you go beyond yourself to accomplish the things that you really want to accomplish. A lot of people say, "Hey, I want to do philanthropy. I want to just help people." What kind of people? Now you got to start defining it. It's very difficult to figure out your why. But here's a tip. It's almost always related to something you've been through in your past or something you've experienced through a family member or something that has happened. Typically, to the people that I've spoken to, it's almost always related. And so I want to encourage you all to take time. It may be a little stressful. It's not easy. But take time to think about that why as to why you're making this money. Because when you make the money, you've seen millionaires and billionaires commit suicide. If that why isn't in the right place, you're going to get there and you're not going to be happy. So get your minds in the right place as to why you're doing this. Because we don't want to give you guys this knowledge to get rich, to just go kill yourself.